Hello, Senior Stoner fans. It's the real Senior Stoner back at you for your Aura Dab of the day. Hello, everybody. Today's Friday. What I want to talk about today are concepts that are applicable when we talk about warfare. You know why? Because it's come to me last night as I was laying in bed. We're at war. We are at war. We've been at war. We're at war fighting what's coming onto our bodies. We're at war fighting things outside of our control. We're at war fighting for our sanity. We are at war. Okay? And when you're at war, there are very important things that matter most that might not be applicable in regular life. For example, you got to be well trained if you're going to be in the military and be in a war. You got to have outstanding attitude and morale. And your physical specimen, if you're going to survive, to be like a Navy SEAL or something, it's got to be incredibly at the top. So, mental health, the care and feeding of yourself during the war, all these things come into play. But you cannot win a war without training and motivation. So we have the motivation. Think about this. Our motivation is to get out of pain. Our motivation is to stay calm. Our motivation is to be good to our family. Our motivation is to do a good job at work. Whatever the things that motivate us, we have motivation. Even if it's negative motivation to stop something. So we have that. That's a wonderful thing. But do we have the training? Do we have the skill sets necessary to do battle? I talk about these things every single day. I try to throw out different ones, alternative ones. But it's coming clear that unless we have a sharpened pencil, and then sometimes a sharpened spear and a shield, it's going to be very difficult to defend ourselves. So what you have to have is some type of internal personal doctrine. What I mean by that is a battle plan. I'm not kidding. Do you think D-Day was done without a battle plan? Do you think any of the Middle East actions we took were done without a battle plan? It might seem like a knee-jerk reaction, but there's a battle plan. And it might be battle plans that are on a shelf somewhere that they just pull out and say, here it is. But there are battle plans. We have to be thinking the same way. For example, if we're hit with terrible back pain, we've got to have a battle plan and be trained on how to cope with that. If we have swollen glands and here, we've got to have some type of battle plan and some type of tactical arrangement of what we're going to do. For example, you're going to swish with salt water if you got a problem in here. You're going to put salve on your back if you've got a problem there. And you're going to try to eat better if you have a problem in here. These are the types of things we have to think about ahead of time. I'll say it again. These are the things we have to think about ahead of time so they don't become catastrophic. Battles can be won and lost. Wars can be won and lost. But you've got to have the plan. And I believe that if you have this, it's kind of the glue that holds it together, if that makes any sense. If you have the plan incorporates a lot of different components, so they're all there. So that's the most important thing, is that one piece of information you have to have is the plan, okay? But you know what you also want to do? You want to know what tools you have available. Maybe you have technology that can help you. Maybe you have a special chair you sit in or a support for your back. Maybe there is a medicine that makes you feel a little bit better, okay? You've got to keep aware of technology and advancements so that you can be contemporary with those things. You do not want to do this battle of this war in a vacuum. You don't want to do it in like a tube like this between you and the situation. You want to have it as wide as you can so you can see around you and have good visibility of the solutions you might not have thought about. It's very important in this type of situation because it's a war with battles being fought that you've got to be cognizant of the other side. You've got to be cognizant of what weapons they're using against you so you can learn what weapons you need to defend yourself with. It's an evolutionary process. Nobody's going to stand these things up instantly like a tent. You can't just pop it up. It doesn't work like that. It's a building process. You'll lay a foundation. You'll dig a hole. Then you'll lay a foundation. Then you'll start to build. But I hope this helps everybody, because what we have to think about is something bigger than just one step ahead of each other. It's one step ahead of each other, but to what goal? Okay? The goal is to win the war. You win the war by winning individual battles. You win the battles by learning how to fight. You learn how to fight by getting trained. You get trained by learning about the things around you. You see, we're back to that circle. Okay? But this is a different one. This is the circle of battle. Okay? And many times it keeps going and it keeps going, and then finally it's won. You know, it's not a one and done kind of thing, because it can come in waves. Let's take our dab of the day and try to remember that it truly is like fighting a war. And we have to remain strong, remain positive, even in the face of adversity. Even with the bombs flying overhead, we have to find a way to keep rolling. Okay? The most important thing I can say to you today is that it is a battle every single day. It's a war out there globally to stay ahead of the horrible things that are happening, whether it's in our bodies or in our lives. And the only way you can do it, in my opinion, is by visualizing, got to get out of that tunnel where this is all you can see and start seeing the big picture. This is the Real Senior Stoner, hoping that we all see the big picture a little better and win those battles and eventually win the war. Cheers. Have a great day out there, everybody.